What's up guys, I'm Hi-Rez David.
And I'm MLC Stealth.
And welcome to the patch notes overview for 4.21 Shadows over Hercopolis.
We've got a bunch of stuff to cover, including a new adventure and a new goddess. So let's jump right in.
First up, to skins. The king's new clothes are all the rage with Cursed King Cernunnos, coming to the Adventure Gold Vault. Next, Loki is trying to keep a real low-key appearance in Agent of Darkness Loki. Ganesha gets an otherworldly appearance with Primal Shaman Ganesha. Next, keep your target in your sights with Exterminator Kali. If you can believe it, we made Arachne even more terrifying this patch with Ma Cherie Arachne. Next up, none shall stand before you with Vanquisher Nemesis. And finally, it might be the apocalypse, but Cuchulainn is ready to ride to the end with his new skin, Wasteland. We've also got a brand new adventure this patch, Shadows over Hercopolis. A follow-up to the popular dungeon adventure, Trials of King Hercules, Shadows over Hercopolis once again invites 3 players to delve into new challenges, puzzles, and boss monsters to save the champion of Rome. Check out our adventure site for all the details on the new dungeon. Plus, we're running community speedrun contests, so be sure to grab 2 friends and start practicing as soon as possible if you want to win big.
With patch 421 comes a new goddess. Discordia, goddess of strife, is a mage who thrives upon causing disagreement and chaos amongst her enemies. Her passive, Contest of Gods, gives a power buff to either her or one of her teammates. Whoever has top player damage gets the buff. Only one person at a time can have this buff on her team. Her first ability, Unruly Magic, has Discordia sending an orb to a location that damages any enemies it hits along the way. Her second ability, Strife, has Discordia creating an area of magic that damages any enemies it hits. If more than one enemy is hit by this ability, they will attack each other for a short duration. If only one person is hit by this ability, they are rooted for a short duration instead. Discordia's third ability, Erratic Behavior, gives her a short distance leap that creates an area of confusion where she lands. While inside this area, she becomes stealthed, gains bonus movement speed, and her cooldowns for Unruly Magic and Strife are reduced while she remains in the area. Discordia's ultimate ability, Golden Apple of Discord, has her throwing her apple at her opponents, passing through minions and bouncing off of walls. If the apple hits an enemy, they will take damage and be forced to hold the apple. Gods holding the apple become intolerable, causing them to be crippled and intoxicated while they constantly boast. At the end of the duration, the apple will detonate, dealing damage and spreading the effects to nearby gods. Now it's time for some quick balance changes. Remember, these aren't all the changes this patch, so be sure to check the patch notes after the show. Daji is one of the more difficult assassins to play. First, we changed her basic attack hit chain to be more like other gods. It was pretty awkward trying to auto-attack people previously. This change should help that. We've buffed her first ability, Horrible Burns, to be more similar to Kabrakan's first ability, Seismic Crush. Daji does not suffer a basic attack movement penalty when she misses her auto-attack while this ability is active. Finally, we've increased the speed at which her chains travel while she is in her ultimate, Powwow. Secondly, Janus is getting buffed this patch. I can speak from experience. As a former mid-pro player, I think Janus needed this change. We've moved around some numbers to make it so Janus is dealing more damage with the single hits of his Unstable Vortex and slightly more damage from the double hits. We've also shifted around some numbers for his ultimate ability through space and time. The goal of this was to make this ability more impactful in close quarter fights while decreasing its damage when used from across the map. These changes should help Janus in teamfights where he just needs to hurt the people standing in front of him.
And that's it for 4.21 Shadows over Hercopolis.
As always, you can check out the full patch notes on SMITEgame.com.